crafty friends, welcome back to Neffy Crafts and Scraps. Today I am participating in a blog hop where a lot of us crafty gals are sharing what our favorite supplies and tools are in our craft room. So today I'm here to talk about the ones that are basic for me, the ones that I enjoy using, that they are my ride or die tools, okay? These are the ones that make my scrapbooking easier. These are the ones that I use all the time, and really I would recommend that all of you guys kind of invest in having, because they are basic tools that will help you in your scrapbooking. So first of all, I do have a few things here, as you can see. I have a little basket full of stuff. I have some cutting boards, and I have this cute little trash bin. And to my right hand side, I have one of my most favorite machines. So let's get started, okay? All right, so first things first, let's talk cutting materials. So you need a good cutting board. For example, this one is from the Paper Studio. This is just the Hobby Lobby brand. Hobby Lobby always has a 40% off discount that you're able to use on their Paper Studio items. It has a ruler that stretches up to 15 and a half inches, and then this way it is 12 inches. This one is fabulous because it includes two little things here. The white one is for cutting, of course. I will show you the white strip, the white little knob here. We'll cut your paper. And then we have what is our score tool, so I'll show you right here. The black one is actually a scoring tool. So instead of having to bring out your whole scoring table, you just need this. It measures you exactly where you need it. So here we have a fabulous score that allows you to fold your paper. So I would recommend this one because it is larger, it helps you measure, and really it makes a difference in your cutting. For a long time in some of my older videos in 2016, you could hear me talking about how I didn't have one, and I didn't. And honestly, having this, being able to just bring it out, has changed my life. Now, I have one cutting tool, but I do have two. And I want to talk about this one too, because this one is actually a lot smaller than the other one. This one only measures you 5 inches this way, and then we've got 9 inches the long way. So you could see that there's a big difference in the cutting size that you get from this one versus the other one. However, this one can chop up anything, guys. It is amazing. So here's an example. This one I also love to use for cutting all my digitals, especially the cards. It just makes it so simple and smooth. And this one actually doesn't get dull pretty much at all, because it has the blade that always keeps sharpening on here. You have to be very careful to not have your little ones grab this one, because we don't want them to lose a finger. However, this one is perfect for cutting cards, cutting smaller things, and it is so precise. The cut is always so crisp. It's probably one of my favorite cutting tools. You see me bring it out in my videos all the time. So yes, this is the Fiskars brand. There's all kinds of brands. They do sell these at the craft stores, just your local craft store. You can always use a coupon for it. And I love it. I've had this one for quite a while. They sell larger ones, so if you kind of wanted to incorporate 2 in 1, you can buy the larger one, and you know, you wouldn't have to buy this one. But I like this one because it comes with my little score tool, and it measures everything for you way larger than this size. I mean, we got 15 inches over here versus just 5 right here. So I use both. I have them both at hand as I craft. Sometimes when I have to cut bigger papers, I'll bring out my bigger cutting tool, and if not, I'll just bring out this one. But yes, these are essential in your craft room. I would recommend you guys really invest in one of these. There's all kinds of brands. This is obviously a better brand than the Paper Studio. However, I have no complaints with the Paper Studio one. The blade is still sharp. I have no issues, and because it is Paper Studio and it's Hobby Lobby, they actually sell replacements to these little bits here at Hobby Lobby. You know, so that's actually great. So that's it for this particular tool that I would recommend in your craft room. Next, I want to talk about scissors. So scissors are a big thing in scrapbooking, obviously, you guys, because we're cutting all the time. So I have two kinds here, and sorry that this one is so messy. I used it for Halloween, and I got a bit of acrylic paint on it. But anyways, this size scissor is perfect for fussy cutting, and I will show you. So here I have some little die cuts. These are from Tracy Reed, if you guys are wondering. And my small scissor is the one that is perfect for cutting. So let me show you here. These small scissors are the perfect size for this, because they just get all up in there. So to fussy cut, you have to learn to move your paper instead of your scissors. You can see here that my hand sits vertically to my table, or at least my scissor does, and all I have to do is go around the little lines here and just cut. Having a good fussy cutting scissor, one that is clean, one that is sharp, will make your fussy cutting enjoyable. And you know, sometimes you have to get in to cut something small. So these are definitely a big popular item here in my Scrappy space. I fussy cut all the time. I have two of these scissors, so I have like a slightly larger one. Both of them are pink. The thing with scissors, I feel like sometimes we really do, I do lose them. So that's why I have multiples. And as far as the larger scissors now, these are some that I just picked up at Walmart, and I would recommend these simply because they can cut fabric. So they've got that special angle here to where it's cutting straight on your table like this. And it has a lid on it, so you know it's got safety, especially if you have little ones like me. Having some safety scissors will keep your baby safe for sure. So having a good pair of scissors, both a large one to help you cut bigger items quicker. For example, we use the small scissor for fussy cutting, but you know, if you want to just quickly cut something out, having a bigger pair will make that so super duper easy. So you can feel just how quickly this cuts. The longer the scissors are for larger items, the more straight your cut is going to be. And when you're done, you can just easily store it away. So that is it for my scissors, as some great items, scissor variety, I would say, are great items to have in your craft space. So next, I want to talk adhesives. These aren't necessarily tools per se, but they are essential in your craft room, and I consider it one of my biggest tools because they make my scrapping go super easy, and they're inexpensive. So I gotta say, my foam dots here, I like to purchase at my local Dollar Tree. If you're in the States, there's Dollar Trees around. These are non-toxic. They're not gonna fade my photos, and I love that they're just already cut up versus a roll of the thick tape. And then I have my double-sided tape here. This one, I usually like to buy them at the Daiso stores, also here in California. But you can also find these at craft stores or on Amazon, both of these. I like to use a variety, so you know, I'm all about adding kind of thickness to your pages and stuff. So being able to have the variety at hand just to kind of switch back and forth is the way to go for me. So these are definitely essential. There's all kinds of adhesive options, but if you're looking to be frugal like myself, I find that the little rolling ones can be a lot more expensive on my budget, especially because I scrapbook so much. So these are only $1.50 at Daiso, and a big roll of this, I wish I could have the actual roll, but you can see that I've already used it. It's just $1 at the Dollar Tree. So here you go, you know, like you've got enough tape to go for you with you for like at least 2 months for just less than $3 altogether. So your adhesives matter, and if budget matters, I would recommend going to the dollar stores or Daiso to find the best adhesive for you. All right, so my next tool here that I'm here to share is my We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile. So this craft tool has 2 size hole punches, and I will show you guys. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the 2 kinds of punches that it does. So it has a large punch, and then on the other side we have a smaller punch. So I don't know if you guys can clearly see that there are 2 sizes, and then in the center here it is a tool used for little rings like this, and the name of it is totally slipping my mind. I will write it down for you guys because I am obviously failing here. So this little tool helps you put on these brads. I'm gonna call them brads. So the top part here helps you put these on your paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in there, and then I'm gonna add my piece of paper. I'm trying to, hopefully you guys can catch it. If not, I'm sorry guys. And then you add your little ring at the end. This is so tricky for me. I always struggle with this last bit. I don't always use this tool, but sometimes when I want to get fancy, I go ahead and add it. Goodness. Okay, so once that is in there, and I hope you guys can see that, and I'm bending my paper just so you guys can see. You can squeeze it, and it has attached your beautiful little circle brad there. I love this tool because it can actually hole punch almost anything. It can hole punch chipboard. It can hole punch metal, like metal sheets. I've been able to do it before. It can basically hole punch anything for you. And it's got little measurements here. So if you're going through like a pile of papers that you have to be hole punching, for example, like in a mini album, you can measure out how far you need to make that hole from the edge of your paper, and it's gonna actually help you keep it all in one place, and you won't like go in too far in on each paper, like differently. And you close it shut like this. It also has like a closing safety position, so you pop this little button and it's ready to work, and you pop the button on the other side again, and now it's locked. You can see because we have the hole punchers right there. Anyways, I was saying I got this tool at Michael's, and I also used a coupon to get it just a little bit cheaper, and I would recommend this tool. The We Are Memory Keepers has different crocodiles. I have been wanting to build a collection of it, but this one has been an absolute joy to have in my stash. It cuts anything. You can cut thick, like thick cardstock, even metal dies. Like, it's amazing. So I would definitely recommend that you guys have this in your crafty space as a basic tool for you guys. So now I want to talk about another tool here, and I know this might be confusing, but it's just a basket. And honestly, a basket, is something you do need in your craft space. Like, you need it to hold anything. You can hold your supplies. It can hold scraps for you. And these ones here are fabulous. They're so pretty in gold. These are from the Dollar Tree as well. They come in single ones, and there's all kinds of sizes. So if you guys are looking on the hunt for some pretty little baskets, these are it. I like to store all kinds of stuff in mine, sometimes embellishment in my craft room. Other times I just like to keep it on my desk as I work. And anything that goes into whatever I'm working on, if I'm not finished, will hold its space here, and then I can come back to it in the future. You can also put photos in here. You can put scissors in here, stamps, almost anything, guys. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So grab yourself some cute little baskets at the Dollar Tree to keep your stuff stored. So the next tool that I want to talk about that is a need in your craft room, especially if you're fussy cutting or making a mess, as we all do. This is a super cute little trash bin that Lots of Style sent to me as a gift, and I want to thank Lots of Style for doing that. They have fabulous selection of kind of storage, but their trash bins are very popular in the crafty community. This cute little trash bin comes with 2 rolls of perfectly sized trash bags here that I'm going to show you guys how to put on. You're able to throw away all your little bits in here and then be able to just bag it all up and toss it. It's amazing. They come in fun colors and stuff, but basically you will have a perfect, cute, adorable little trash bin in your craft space. I usually just keep it off the side of my desk, and as I'm crafting, I'm tossing away all my little cut up bits and trash and sticker backings and all that junk. Having a good trash bin is a must in your craft room. Otherwise, you guys are going to be mixing up your little trash bits with your cute little embellishments. But I think this is a top one in my craft space, and I love the fact that 2 of these rolls are just enough to last you a while. And it's super cute. It's the perfect size for your desk. It fits right up against the wall, whatever you may want. So having a little trash bin in your scrap space is just going to make things easier and cleaner for you. And I would recommend these ones because it's got the perfect size. It's got the baggies, got everything you need to keep your crafty space clean. Finally, guys, my final and favorite tool that I think you guys will all just love to learn to use and love to incorporate in your scrapbooking is my handy dandy dusty little old sewing machine. I have a Singer Esteem 2, and this sewing machine is probably one of my favorite ones, or one of my favorite tools to incorporate into my scrapbooking, because it takes your scrapbooking to a whole other level, guys. I mean, the ability to stitch on paper is pretty amazing, and I think it trips some people out, because when I have spoken to like my family who know that I have a sewing machine, they're like, well, what do you use it for? And I tell them, oh, I use them on paper. And I think that it confuses them a little bit because they don't understand exactly why I would need to use something on paper. Here's or sewing machine on paper, I mean. Here's an example of what I like to do with it. You could use it to embellish and stick on extra stuff to your paper. You can use it to create layers. I use some stitching on these leaves that I shared in a project, that I shared previously in a project. It just adds layers and dimension. It attaches for you. Another example of attaching is that it creates a pocket. So here I actually sewed on the 2 parts that did need to stick, which was this one and this one, and then I folded my paper down and attached my pocket so that now I'm able to just, you know, without using any glue, you can use your sewing machine. It also adds texture to all of your projects, and it's a texture that you really cannot recreate any other way. Stitching is so unique There's different kinds of stitches in each machine. If you learn how to use them, you can use variety, you can use different string colors. I mean, again, the possibilities are endless. So my favorite tool definitely in my craft room is my sewing machine, for that same reason that I can't stop talking about. It takes your projects to a whole other level. They look so sleek, they look so finished. I can't get enough of it. All right, guys, so these are my tools for today that I wanted to share with you, my supplies that are iconic in my craft space. These are great tips, and it doesn't end here. There is a huge list of other crafty ladies. There is a long list in the description box below where you guys can find the rest of the crafty gals who are joining today on this blog hop. Check them all out. They are all sharing their tools. So at the end of the blog hop, you are going to have a list of really the top tools and other kinds of tools that will make your life easier, because everybody's different, everybody crafts different, and everybody has different focus in their crafting. Some of us prefer cards, some of us prefer stamping, other ones of us prefer cutting and die cutting and machine cutting. So whatever it might be, I invite all of you guys to check out the rest of the girls in the blog hop, because we are full of ideas and we are all here today, this Saturday, to share it all with you, okay? Thank you so much for coming by today, friends. I will see you guys all in my next video. Stay scrappy. Bye.